What's going on? Welcome to Go for Growth Sierra Leone. Go for Growth is now a registered limited liability company that has the objective of engaging in agribusinesses. We've all realized that despite a large area of arable land that we have in Sierra Leone, we have not actually been able to involve in agriculture. So therefore, we at Go for Growth have realized that we should involve in agriculture, and we have to look at agriculture not only as a way of life but as a business. Until we see agriculture as a business, a fashionable institution, we cannot produce our own food. Agriculture is not a way of life. It is not a social sector or a development activity, despite what people may claim. Agriculture is a business. And the more we treat it as a business, as a way of wealth, the more it will promote and improve people's lives. Therefore, we at Go for Growth think that one way to treat agriculture like a business is to get private sector more involved in it. That's why we've even registered our company as an agribusiness company, so that we as a private sector will improve on the objective that we have in mind. And also, we at Go for Growth Media think that one way to treat agriculture as a business is to get that private sector involvement. We believe that governments can't create agricultural transformation. It can only enable it by making more rooms for businesses to intervene, and that could be done by putting the right policies and regulations in place, by creating strong institutions, and by building sufficient infrastructure. But there is not much government can do with reasonable measures of efficiency. Agricultural transformation has to be led by the private sector. And because we at Go for Growth Media believe in this, we are about to establish a 50 acres of land farming environment, wherein we have an intention of growing crops like maize and wheat, chili. We've got that provision, and we want to see people look at agriculture as a fashionable institution. And then we forget about those old days where we have a mindset that agriculture is for the old people, for the poor people and all that. And until we see agriculture as a business, we can't feed ourselves. So Go for Growth is an institution or a company that is about to set the pace so that youths or a group of Sierra Leoneans will be more or less interested in investing in agriculture, because we believe that with agriculture we can create wealth, and we've seen agriculture as one of the easiest way to create wealth. Let's assume you have 50 acres of land to 20 acres of land, and you tend to be planting crops that can really provide you returns on a short-term basis, like 3 months, 4 months maximum. And then you see the rate of returns coming in. You realize that it is better investing in agriculture than investing in other businesses. Once you invest in agriculture, you are sure of having a return. It is always possible that your investment will pay off. So we want to encourage all youth groups, we want to encourage government officials, and we want to encourage other group of our society to see agriculture as a business. Once you do that, life is going to be very easy for you. Imagine we covering a whole distance from Freetown to the eastern part of Sierra Leone, Kailan district, and Jujuma town to the size, which is a very long distance, just to invest in this form of businesses you are seeing now in this video. It is our farm. By the grace of God, we will do all we could to improve on the products that we want to invest in, because once we achieve that goal, it is going to serve as a motivation for other groups who may want to follow up in this kind of drive. And we will encourage every other youth, every other investor to invest in agriculture at the moment. It is very clear that we import 90 to 95% of all the things that we consume. And any country that is involved in this kind of practice, the chances that mere foodstuff will be at a cheaper rate will be very difficult, because there is no trade balance. So we as private sector or private investors need to look at agriculture as a viable investment options in Sierra Leone. So once we are able to produce enough food that we can eat, or by extension that we can export to other country, then we'll be in position to control our exchange rate. Because truly speaking, the export rate of our local products is at a very low rate. And that is not good for any country that wants to be classed as a developed nation. If we keep on doing what we're doing now, we'll always and forever remain as a developing nation. So we have looked at this. We've looked at it vividly. We've tried to study it. We've looked at the youth groups. We've looked at other countries around the world, and we've decided to go into this venture and contribute our own bits to the national development that we are all yearning for. Otherwise, it is going to be very difficult. So based on this video that just published, I want to encourage us all as a nation to at least embark in an acre of land agribusiness, so that we as a nation can be in position to produce our own food. Thank you very much.